Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Slasher Scotty. I am your host, Scotty McCoy. I am also a horror of three franchise trivia books, and I am interviewing slasher movie horror icons. And I currently have on the phone with me R.A. Mihailoff, and he played Leatherface in Leatherface: The Texas Chainsaw Massacre III. Hi, R.A. How you doing?
Hey, Scotty. How are you?
I'm doing really good, actually. A little cold out, but seems like it's starting to warm up. Hopefully, it's going to be warming up a little sooner, so.
Punxsutawney Phil said we're good.
Yep, sounds good, right?
Yeah, we're good. It's going to be, no matter what, it's going to be springtime in a few weeks anyway.
Sounds good. So the first question I got has nothing to do with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's how did you get your start into acting?
I can tell you, Scotty, I'll tell you. For some reason, when I was in high school, I caught the acting bug, okay?
Right.
You had to be in 10th grade to be in the drama club at my high school. So, I don't know, somehow I just got the acting bug and I was chomping at the bit. And as soon as I got into 10th grade, I auditioned for the play that year. You know, we only did like one play a year in our school. And I auditioned for that play, got the lead role, and I was a superstar in my high school from then on.
That's awesome.
So that's how I got the acting bug. But then, Scotty, I got disillusioned with the whole educational system.
Right.
I tuned in, turned on, and dropped out. Well, I didn't turn on, but I tuned in and dropped out.
Okay.
And went out and, I went out and did all kinds of stuff, man. Traveled around the country, working oil exploration, working on the railroad, working in an iron foundry, all different kinds of stuff. And I was back home. When I was working on the railroad, I had a layoff, so I was bucking hay for a local farmer.
Right.
Whose wife just happened to be the head of our town's community theater.
Yep.
And where I'm from, you have a big farm. You have a big farm. We call it dinner.
Right.
And you lay around in the shade, resting and drinking milk out of the milk cooler and stuff. And she came up to me and she said, "R.A., you're going to be in my next play."
Nice.
And I said, "Okay, Bonnie, fine." And so I started, doing plays again. Got reinfected by that drama bug, and from there, I got invited to a member of the cast of the play that she made me do. Was head of the local college drama department, and he invited me to come up to the college and do a play. That one led to another thing. Bing, bang, bang, boom. I went to acting school. Boom, got my first job. A year or two later, and then slowly, step by step, slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch, and finally, worked my way up and had a little bit of success.
Awesome. So what was your audition like for Leatherface: The Texas Chainsaw Massacre III?
Well, Scotty, I'm going to throw that question right back at you. What do you think it would be like?
It was probably very iconic and very, like, you were probably nervous but excited because you're getting to audition for this, this major character, from a great franchise. He's legendary. Everybody loves Leatherface. I mean, who doesn't, right?
Yep. That's all true. But I will tell you this.
Yep.
The director, Jeff Burr, was a very good friend of mine, is a very good friend of mine.
Right.
So that was the first thing that put me completely at ease when I walked in the room.
Right.
Now, did I wear a bloody shirt and a tie and stuff like that? No. I went in a pair of cowboy boots, blue jeans, and a Hawaiian shirt,
Sounds good, right?
Yeah, and it was a very small room. It was director Jeff Burr, line producer Robert Engelman, and the casting director.
Okay.
And we sat and talked.
Right.
And just, literally, there was no miming a chainsaw. There was no anything like that.
Right.
We talked a little bit, and Bob Engelman looked at Jeff and said, "Is this the man you want for the part?" Jeff said, "Yes, it is." And Bob Engelman said, "Well, all right then."
Awesome.
That was basically it.
Right. So the chainsaw that your character had, was that a real chainsaw, or did it have like its blade off, or was it modified at all, or?
Excellent question, Scotty. I don't know if you were aware of this, but I used 3 different chainsaws in the course of the movie.
Nice.
And each of those chainsaws, there were 3 iterations.
Okay.
There was one fully operational that you could actually, if you wanted to, you could cut firewood with.
Okay.
There was one that had the high teeth taken off,
Yep.
so it was basically just a chain, but it's still, you saw the action of the chain. And then we had a plastic replica of every one of them.
That's awesome. We all know that Leatherface likes to, use the masks of his victims. Was their skin or flesh as his mask. So was that what was, obviously it wasn't human flesh, but what did you was the mask made of? How did they make it?
Scotty, you got some good questions, man. Okay. The actual mask that I wore during filming was, made with, made from poured liquid latex.
Right.
Okay, and then suede. I think they were, suede leather thongs that tied it on, so it actually tied on as a mask.
Nice. That's pretty convenient. It's something so simple, so cheap, makes a very scary, terrifying, gruesome mask.
Yes, but now here's something kind of interesting. In the title sequence,
yep,
you will see a pair of hands fashioning a mask. Right.
Right.
They shot that with a second unit, and one of the prop masters, stood in for me.
Right.
They decided it didn't look like me, so they reshot it with me actually doing it.
Okay.
But we used pieces of the latex foam, but we also used pieces of mystery meat from the lunch truck.
Nice.
And here's another interesting fact: the mask was made before I was ever hired to do the part.
Yeah.
And the nose is shaped on the nose of the father of an Academy Award-winning makeup artist.
Oh, nice.
That would be Howard Berger.
Wow, that's awesome. So the last question I got for you is basically about you. Do you have any future projects or anything you would like to promote to tell everybody about?
Yes, I have one that I'm hoping will come out very soon.
Okay.
It's called Ride Hard, Live Free.
Okay.
It's a post-apocalyptic biker movie,
All
but
right.
do not conjure up visions of Road Warrior or anything like that. It's basically if you took motorcycle clubs from today
right.
and followed them, 50, 75 years in the future.
Right.
After there's been some kind of societal collapse and the bikers are living out in the free zone.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's pretty cool. It stars me and Alvarez, as I like to call him. That would be Emilio Rivera.
Awesome. So where would everybody? Go ahead. I said, where would everybody be able to see that at? Would it be like on Netflix streaming? Would it be in theaters or?
I have a feeling that it will probably be in VOD or Netflix streaming or something like that.
Okay.
I doubt it has the scope and scale to command much theater time.
Okay. Awesome.
In a saturated market like we have now.
Yeah, exactly. And if anybody else wants, after this interview obviously airs, and if you're listening to this after, it airs and everything like that, and his movie's out and everything, if you want to see what else RA is up to and you're a fan of his, want to see what else he's doing, you can check out his IMDb page. Do you have any social media you want to promote to let everybody know that they can, follow you, give you a like?
Yeah, I have a website. It's been under construction for about 10 years. I get, stuff gets posted. You can follow me on Facebook, probably the best way
Okay, awesome. So follow him on Facebook. You can also check out IMDb, as IMDb I'm sure is updated regularly. So you can check that out and see if he has any other works that is going to be released on there as well. And keep an eye out for him. And thank you so much for your time.
Scotty, thank you for having me on your show.
Not a problem. I really greatly appreciate it.
You bet.
All right. You have a nice night.
You have one yourself.
All right. Thank you. Bye. To hear the rest of my interview with R.A. Mihailoff, you can order the Ultimate Slasher Movie Encyclopedia. To find out when the Ultimate Slasher Movie Encyclopedia is for sale, you can like my Facebook fan page at www.facebook.com/smccoyauthor.